names, only one person at the board at a time. So they'll line up. And then I will go through the steps with them again. So I'll call on different students to answer or to tell me what the steps are. And then I'll have them do it as a group. And then we will talk about it again. And they will know how to take lunch count on the smartboard. And by the students each taking lunch count on the smartboard, I will know who's absent and who's not, because whoever didn't take lunch count must not be in class because they didn't take lunch count. Getting students' attention. So this is like the one I did for my procedure in the class. So I'm going to do a call and response method for the most part. So for example, I will tell them, this is how I'm going to get the students' attention. So when I say hocus pocus, then you have to say everyone or everybody focus. So I'll explain to them that saying or that call and response method. And then we'll try it. So I will tell them that we are going to try it as a class. So I'll say hocus pocus and you say, and then they'll tell me everybody focus. So then I'll ask them, why do we do this? And what do we do when this happens? So then they'll go through the steps that I just told them. For example, when I say hocus pocus, they have to respond, everybody focus, and pay attention and drop everything that they're doing. And then there's other ones like holy moly, and then the students say guacamole. And then another one is hands on top, and then the students say everybody stop. And then they put their hands on the top of their head. So this is so that if they're drawing something or writing something or reading, they put that down and they have to put both hands on head so they are paying attention. And then we'll try it as a group, and until we master it, we'll keep going and practicing that procedure. Classroom jobs. Okay, so this is one that I'm really excited about actually, because like Caitlin said, this really is a lot less stress on you and the students want to help you. So I'll have many class jobs and every student will have a class job, but one in particular, like I told you in my physical layout, I'm going to have a library. So I'm going to, as a classroom job, I'm going to have a librarian. And I'll have, like, the librarian will obviously have to pick up the books if there's books anywhere, or organize, make sure the couch is organized or the chairs are organized, pillows are back. Whatever it is in the library, they have to focus on. And each of these jobs will be done throughout the day, and we'll make sure as part of our dismissal routine that everyone checked their jobs. So it could be organizing the board, cleaning the board, picking up the ground, whatever it is. And there's going to be many, many jobs, but librarian is definitely going to be one of them since we have a library. And it could be pushing in chairs or whatever it is. There's going to be many jobs. Okay, so leaving the classroom. Like you see the picture there is the Where Are You board. And for leaving the classroom, I'll explain this board to them. So I'll say, Where Are You is what the board is called. And I'll explain that each of them have a number, which they will know their number by this time. And if they don't know it, it will be posted on the wall as well with their picture and birth date or whatever it is. And I'll explain to them, if they're in class, make sure your number is in the in-class section. And if you say you have to go to the bathroom, I'll say you can go to the bathroom if it's an absolute emergency, but you have to make sure you move your number. So I'll pretend that I'm number 11. So if I'm number 11 and I'm in class, my number should be at 11. If, say I have to go to the office, I grab my number 11 and I put it to office. Then that tells the teacher that they know exactly where they are. Say number 20 has to go to the bathroom, move number 20, put it to the bathroom. And then I'll explain what you do when you come back to the classroom. So if number 20 is in the bathroom and they come back, they have to make sure they go to this wall or this board, grab number 20 and put it back to in class. If they don't do that, I'm not going to know where they are. So I'll explain this and have them do it. I'll do an example and pick a child to have to go to the bathroom and explain what they do and when they come back. So each of the students know exactly what they're supposed to do. Teacher's assistant. So like I said, the teacher's assistant will do many jobs. So this is this is a job in its own, because they're going to do many things like hand out papers, dismiss students. Like I said, they can have a ball if they'd rather sit on a ball versus a chair. And I'll have a new teacher's assistant every week, depending on behavior. Like I'll look at my behavior sheet and pick a student from there. And so they'll earn this one. They won't choose the job. Like on my classroom jobs, I'm going to have the students choose their own job because I want them to do something they want to do. They'll do it a lot better and they'll be more excited to do it if it's something they want to do. For example, back to the library, if say a student really loves to read, she's going to want to, or she or he will want to be the librarian and be excited for that. Dismissal again. So that's the same as what I explained in the video pretty much, or I mean in the slideshow about the picture. They can refer to the wall if they need help, and their goal is to do it independently because it's right there for them. Okay, so my rules, I'm going to have not very many rules at all, 5 at max. And as a class, we'll come up with, we'll make a contract. So at the end of when we make our rules as a class, obviously I'll put in some, and they'll have some rules that they have to do no matter what. But they'll be able to have a say in it for the most part. I feel like this is good because then they'll want to follow these rules because they chose it as a class. So, for example, maybe one rule is listen and follow directions. So if they're not listening, I can say, oh, we signed this contract and you aren't paying attention. So I'll give them a couple chances, and if they do not listen, then there's going to be a consequence. So it could be losing, say, a class job or losing free time or whatever it may be, but I'm going to have different rules and there's going to be a consequence for each rule. So if we have technology in the classroom, using technology properly, which would mean not having many tabs open, not playing games, holding it correctly. Like I'm not going to have really specific rules because, I mean, every child is different and each situation is different. But the main rules will be raise your hand before speaking, eyes on speaker, and they'll know to do this because I'll refer back to our contract that they can't break because they signed it as a class. And that is my physical layout, procedures, and classroom rules. Thank you.